I am moved and very happy to see you here in Burkina Faso since the events of the SNC. It is more than a pleasure that you have chosen to come here to Burkina. You have surely been told that it is a country frequentable. We told you that it's death here, it's war.
C'est un pays infréquentable. On vous a dit que c'est la mort ici, c'est la guerre. Il n'y a que du négatif.
There is only negative. We painted Burkina black here, only blood flows, weapons. This is what is said elsewhere. Thank God you arrived safely. You were able to be about the lasso, live with us, our culture, what binds us Africans. You were able to communicate.
Être à propos du lasso, vivre avec nous notre culture, ce qui nous lie, nous Africains.
With many other nationalities who came to celebrate with us, everything went very well. You are of our standing, and I hope that you are very well received, very well lodged, and that you managed to communicate with your brothers here. It is one important message that you send to
President Traore, the reincarnation of Thomas Sankara. President Traore, who has led the struggle to complete the unfinished business that was started by our ancestors and our Pan-African leaders in 1963 when they created the Organization of African Unity. During that meeting, they demanded the creation of an Africa that spoke with one voice, an Africa that was united. That journey is yet to be finished. What is happening in Burkina Faso, in Mali, in Niger, is just the beginning of a revolution that is way past due for Africa. Africa must unite. And Burkina Faso has shown us the way. They have opened the doors. They have shown us that the bully can be defeated. That no more shall we continue to give up our lunch. That we too need to eat. And therefore, there is no negotiating with the bully. The bully had to go, and Burkina Faso showed us how to do it. So, Mr. President, I bring you your children, descendants of the formerly enslaved. They have waited over 400 years to return the spirits of their ancestors back home to Africa.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Dash Lifestyle. Kindly for watching me for the first time, remember to subscribe, like, share, and also comment. So guys, I want us to watch this video of Ibrahim Traore and other African leaders apologizing for what our ancestors they did to our Black Americans and Black people in the Caribbean. And also, Ibrahim Traore is welcoming the Black Americans and the Black people in the Caribbean. He is welcoming them to be back home, and also he's calling unity amongst us Black people. So kindly guys, watch this video till the end, then I'll be back with more comment.
We are very privileged to be with you, particularly our brothers and sisters from the Caribbean and the diaspora, and the people from all over Africa, our brothers and sisters from all over Africa. I wish at this point to particularly to apologize deeply on behalf of the chiefs and people of Gold Coast and Ghana for the atrocities, the cruelty, the inhuman treatment that were committed 400 years ago by my ancestors during the Atlantic slave trade.
President of Uganda, Yoweri Museveni, apologizes to African descendants that were sold into slavery.
We come in humility and brokenness to repent for the sins of the leaders in Africa, and in particular, the sin of selling our own brothers and sisters into slavery. This great sin brought untold pain and misery to millions of people of African descent, and judgment to the African people who remained on the continent. The grave sin of slavery scattered our people all over the face of the earth, where they have suffered great deprivations and loss. If it were not for the part that our African kings and chiefs played in the slave trade, this evil trade could not have survived. Therefore, on behalf of all the African leaders, past and present, all of them, I acknowledge the part that we played in this tragedy, and today we ask for forgiveness. We seek forgiveness for the great pain and loss that the myopic and selfish decisions of our leaders caused our brothers and sisters of African descent around the world, and we ask their forgiveness. We plead the blood of Jesus to cleanse us all from this great sin and release us from the spiritual, mental, emotional, and economic bondage it brought. Today, we reopen the door to our brothers and sisters of African descent to return home to the continent of Africa, the land of their ancestry, and the spiritual homeland of all African people. We welcome you home with open arms as brothers and sisters, and pray that we can close the door to the dark past and work towards a better future. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. Amen.
When the children of Africa were taken out of Africa as slaves, all they ever wanted to do was to come back home to Africa. Each and every one of them that you see, many of them are coming to Africa for the first time. They're bringing with them the spirits of their ancestors to put them to rest here in Burkina Faso. And that's mission number one. Mission number two, we have watched you, Mr. President. You stand for everything that we have hoped for in an African man. Courageous, fearless, and in their faces. France, unapologetically, you told France, pack your bags and go home. You, Mr. President, and the people of Burkina Faso have done it, and we have a responsibility to support you. You have over 300 million African diaspora who are looking up to you. We are here to show you that we are with you. We support you. We are behind you. And we will not let you down. Many of us were told, don't go to Burkina Faso. It's a war-torn country. Guns all over the street. Mr. President, we want you to know that the more they told us not to go to Burkina Faso, the more we ran to Burkina Faso. No one tells them not to go to Europe, to their countries of origin. Therefore, no one will tell us not to come home to Burkina Faso. So mission number 2 is to let you, Mr. President, know that you and the citizens of Burkina Faso have done all the heavy lifting. The least we can do is to support you. So we are here. Our third mission is to see what can we do, Mr. President, to play our part in building the Burkina Faso we want.
Je suis ému et très content de vous voir.
I am moved and very happy to see you here in Burkina Faso since the events of the SNC. It is more than a pleasure that you have chosen to come here to Burkina. You have surely been told that it is a country frequentable. We told you that it's death here, it's war.
C'est un pays infréquentable. On vous a dit que c'est la mort ici, c'est la guerre. Il n'y a que du négatif.
There is only negative. We painted Burkina black here, only blood flows, weapons. This is what is said elsewhere. Thank God you arrived safely. You were able to be about the lasso, live with us, our culture, what binds us Africans. You were able to communicate.
Être à propos du lasso, vivre avec nous notre culture, ce qui nous lie, nous Africains.
With many other nationalities who came to celebrate with us, everything went very well. You are of our standing, and I hope that you are very well received, very well lodged, and that you managed to communicate with your brothers here. It is one important message that you send too.
C'est un message important que vous envoyez à tout le monde.
Everyone, and nay, you will be the ambassadors of this message when you return home, that Burkina is very frequentable. We live in Burkina Faso. What they want to make you believe that is not the Burkina is what he draws to get people to flee Burkina, and they depict all of.
C'est ce qu'il dessine pour amener les gens à fuir le Burkina. Et c'est toute l'Afrique qu'il dépeint comme ça.
Africa like that for them. Africa is misery, Africa is famine, Africa is war, which is responsible for these wars. We need to unite. But they have always been there to divide us to be able to reign better. Slavery our ancestors experienced. Until today we are fed up in our.
Mais ils ont toujours été là pour nous diviser, pour pouvoir mieux régner. L'esclavage.
Flesh, but it continues. The grandfather was deported, torture, and still, when they had their war we supported him. They paid us in monkey money. Others were killed when they tried to claim. Several of them died in their village. With the after effects of the war, never recognized the work of the African, our mission. It is first of all to awaken Africa, and who better than you from the diaspora, to make people understand what Africa is. When I see you united in this association, I feel even more proud, because it is all we ask for. Today our fight is to be able to unite, because united we are strong. To divide we are weak. They have always worked to divide us. I urge you to spread the message, so that Africa can unite. We have been lucky or unlucky enough to live through war for several years, and at one point we had to say enough is enough. We are fed up.
Ils ont toujours travaillé à nous diviser. Je vous exhorte à passer le message pour que l'Afrique puisse s'unir.
We have taken our responsibilities, and we let us realize today more than ever that we were right to take our responsibilities. Because these armies were installed here, were never able at any time to monitor our territory, to see the terrorists who came to kill us, and
Et nous nous rendons compte aujourd'hui plus que jamais que nous avons eu raison de prendre nos responsabilités. Parce que ces armées étaient installées ici.
leave with all the means they had. When we asked to leave today, we were able to acquire a good number of means which allows us to wage our war, and to ward off the threat, and to indicate, I would say, we were able to equip our forces and reconstitute our armies. They
un bon nombre de moyens qui nous permet de faire notre guerre et d'éloigner la menace et de l'endiguer, je dirais.
don't like that. Obviously, they will create other plans, but we are here and we will hold on thanks to you, who are far from them who support us.
Mais nous sommes là et nous tiendrons grâce à vous qui est loin et qui nous soutient.
We will always stand because the African is resilience. We have suffered enough. The first thing you could do for Africa is to send the positive message. Enough looting, enough death. It is time that we unite and work. We only ask to live with dignity, to live.
Assez de morts. Il est temps qu'on s'unisse et qu'on travaille. Nous ne demandons qu'à
Free,
vivre.
pass the message to awaken consciences. Some leaders always try to put their people to sleep and continue to pierce their people for the benefit of the West. This must stop. Who better than you to convey this message to the different people? Africa must wake up.
Qui mieux que vous pour passer ce message aux différents peuples?
Young people must wake up and no longer allow the same policy continue. It is not possible. Africa is still virgin. Everything is business in Africa. Look at how our cities are. We can also develop our health and education systems. We can develop everything. So in this rich
Nous pouvons aussi développer nos systèmes de santé,
diaspora, we have all the specialties. Today in Burkina, we are thinking about set up one university polytechnic just to train scientific engineers, and I think you will be welcome to learn the second time, because as long as we do not
Et je pense que vous serez les bienvenus pour
train the youth so that we ourselves can produce and transform here, on site we will always remain slaves. Sovereignty is all together. We are fighting for food self-sufficiency. Those who can invest in the agri-food industry to transform our products here, you are
C'est tout un ensemble. Nous sommes en train de
welcome,
nous battre pour
producing us everything here. Everything grows on our soils. We have experienced everything. After a year or so, everything grows in Burkina. Those who want to invest in agriculture are welcome. Those who want to invest in processing are welcome. Education, we want to
Tout pousse au Burkina. Ceux qui veulent investir dans
transform the school, because the formatting that we are currently experiencing, it is from the school. They have channeled us, so that the intellectuals for the most part cannot think, get out of the furrows that they have a trace. Thank God the conscious ones are waking.
De sorte que les intellectuels pour la plupart ne peuvent pas réfléchir, sortir des
Up.
sillons qu'ils
We
ont
need
tracés.
more. We need to change the educational system. You are welcome. And there are many other paths. They were in plundering our wealth. Today we are regaining control. And we are never going to leave our wealth behind, because we want to live. We want to see our
Aujourd'hui, nous sommes en train de reprendre le contrôle.
children cared for, educated, grow up in peace and live in a healthy environment. So we are open, and you will be welcome in Africa to develop.
Et vivre dans un environnement sain. Donc, nous sommes ouverts et vous serez les bienvenus en Afrique pour développer votre continent.
Your continent, to unite your continent, and to pass on the message of this unity. It is very important. Continue to pass on the message, so that the young people wake up, who no longer leaves us leaders, to make slaves for others. This should not be allowed. There are
Les esclaves pour les autres. Ça ne doit pas être permis. Il y a certains pays aujourd'hui où nous avons envie de passer des
certain
messages.
countries today where we want to send messages, but I think that your voices carry even more because you are ambassadors. Wherever you are, whether in America, in Europe, your Caribbean, you are ambassadors. And when you speak, it can wake you up, and I urge you
Et je vous exhorte à parler. C'est la mission que je vous confie pour réveiller le continent. Bon séjour à
to
vous.
speak. This is the mission that I entrust to you, to wake up.
This battle, this war, we are going to win it, and we are going to overcome imperialism, which activated these terrorism in our region, to hope to bring us back in these colonial times, to maintain us under their yoke, to exploit us until the end of time. Africa is waking up, and no one can still close the eyes of Africans on our realities. No one can still come to divide us, to impose on us what they want. That's why we have done everything to be here today to speak to you, but also to come and wish good luck to President John Mahama. We will work together to strengthen cooperation between Burkina Faso and Ghana, and also between the AES and Ghana, because we have many challenges together and we have always been able to overcome them. There is no reason why we are not united and that we block imperialism. I am honored to address you, Your Excellency, Mr. President, on this special day, on behalf of the entire Burkina Faso community in Ghana. Your Excellency, Mr. President, the Burkina Faso community in Ghana speaks to you from the bottom of its heart to to say to you, Newango, Aidanse, Fofo, Akwaba, Accra. For this new year, may the Almighty grant you and your entire family a diamond of health for the ear. On is soft. Your Excellency, Mr. President, your arrival today in Accra has fulfilled a deep dream of the Burkina Faso diaspora in Ghana, to see one day its great leader, Captain Ibi, 10 sons of our ancestors, children, prodigies of Africa. Truly, this dream that thousands of Burkina Faso people in Ghana may see you, admire you, encourage you, carry you high, and tell you that they are resurrecting with your arrival. This dream that was still yesterday unexpected is a reality today. We now have faith in the future, proud and attached more than ever to our mother country, Burkina Faso. This is why, Your Excellency, I can tell you that the Burkina Faso diaspora in Ghana is constituted of an unconditional BDP on which you and the whole nation can count. Note that we, the Burkina Faso diaspora living in Ghana, we are beyond the concept of BDP. For us, it is a duty to defend the homeland. So we are DDP, Your Excellency, the community that speaks to you today is a miniature Burkina, because it is constituted of the quasi-totality of the socio-cultural, linguistic, regional and professional diversity that can be found in Burkina. Some of our members arrived in Ghana a few years ago or a few decades ago, while others may constitute the 7th or the 10th generation of their ancestors, who came to this free land of Africa even before the beginning of the inhuman, barbaric and criminal colonization imposed on our continent by the wild imperialism that came from far away. Nowadays, the Burkina Faso diaspora in Ghana is estimated at about 4 million people, of which more than 3/4 are now integrated and have a second country, Ghana. This situation reveals to what extent an excellent cooperation and a fraternal relationship between Burkina and Ghana imposes itself as an imperative. By deciding against winds and seas to invite you to his investiture and by honoring against cyclones and mountains. This invitation, His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama and Your Excellency have launched a decisive tour for the two countries, for the IAS and Ghana and even for all of West Africa. Thank you for always being in touch with your peoples and their stories. Excellency, Mr. President, we would have liked to talk to you all this evening. But we will take advantage of this African wisdom which says, the mouth that speaks must have pity for the ear that listens. However, before concluding my speech, allow me, Your Excellency, Mr. President, to convey to you 2 important messages entrusted to me by the community. These are 2. Firstly, the concern for obtaining documents of identity and nationality of our compatriots in Ghana. Members of the community will be infinitely granted special measures that you will like to take to allow them to regain their Burkinabe nationality and to express the fullness of their Burkinabe. Secondly, the facilitation of our economic return to Faso through the facilities for the transfer and creation of our companies in the country. It is with a deep feeling of honor and immense joy that I take the floor on this memorable day on behalf of the Burkinabe community living in Ghana to wish His Excellency the President of Faso, His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traore, President of Faso, a warm welcome to Ghana and to this room. Your presence, Your Excellency, here confirms the interest that you bring to the Burkinabe diaspora in particular and in general that of Ghana. Also, at this beginning of the year, I would like to seize the opportunity to introduce you on behalf of the entire Ghana diaspora our most sincere wishes of peace, health, prosperity and success in your noble and exalting missions. May the Almighty accompany you in the realization of your ambitions for our dear nation. Your Excellency, Mr. President of Faso, your fight for peace, national sovereignty and African dignity deeply inspires admiration and respect, not only in Burkina Faso, but also here in Accra, in Ghana. Your determination and leadership show a resounding echo both within the Burkinabe community and within the today's mobilization is a testimony of the immense support of our diaspora with more than 4 million members of Burkinabe who undertake and are proud of your actions for our dear country. This is why, Your Excellency, we salute with just value the construction project of the Black People's Institute where the Burkinabe diaspora especially that of Ghana, will be able to come and resource themselves. On their behalf, I would like to express our firm support and our commitment to contribute to the struggle you lead every day for the good of the Burkina Faso people. We are aware of the challenges, but also of the victories. The lives saved, the hope given to the youth, the dignity restored. For this, we express our deep gratitude. We pay on the same occasion a tribute to the strong defense and security and to the VDP, the Volunteers for the Defense of the Fatherland, who fight to the supreme sacrifice for the inexorable reconquest of the integrity of our territory. Your Excellency, your presence here at the invitation of His Excellency Mr. John Dramani Mahama reaffirms the historical fraternity between our two peoples and reinforces the confidence, the image, the pride of our Burkina Faso community in Ghana. We know that you carry a message of hope. This diaspora, wherever it may be, is tomorrow committed to the development of our nation. Allow me to conclude my speech by wishing that your stay here in Ghana is crowned with success and blessings. May God, the Almighty and the Merciful, be in control of everything. Together, with faith and determination, we will overcome all obstacles. In life or in death, we will win. It is an immense pleasure and an honor to be here among you. And it is for this that I thank God for allowing this meeting to take place. God, thank you. 10:56. We were able to arrive well this morning, and we are very proud to be among you and to exchange with you. It is really an honor. First of all, I would like us to observe a minute of silence in memory of all our martyrs who
Je vous remercie. Souhaitez donc bonne et heureuse année 2025. Priez Dieu
fell under this barbarity. Thank you. I would like to wish you a happy new year, 2025. May God bless you and grant you a healthy life. May God make all your businesses successful, prosperous, and may there be union and love in your respective families and among you. May God protect you throughout this year, 2025, and help you realize your dreams. I would also like to pay tribute to our valiant fighting forces, who fight with their body and soul, as you can see, so that our Burkina Faso remains standing. Noble work, men of integrity. Each time they throw themselves into the mud, they know well that some will stay there, but duty calls them. This is the job of the army. We often feel nostalgic, but those who have the chance to defend Burkina Faso today, we must encourage them and applaud them.
ceux qui ont la chance aujourd'hui de défendre le Burkina, il faut les encourager, les applaudir.
When they leave, we will not cry for them, and we will have pity on our fate. If we cry for them, we must avenge them. Pay tribute to them as much as you can, because it does not allow anyone to get up and leave their homes to face the dangers, knowing well that they may not return in the evening. But this is what they do every day, and they have sworn to defend our dear country until the supreme sacrifice. And the fighting forces hold their bet. Today, more than ever, our armed forces go wherever they want. At the moment I speak to you, there are several operations through several groups, and we are inflicting colossal losses on the enemy and pushing him back little by little out of Burkina Faso. This battle, this war, we are going to win it, and we are going to overcome imperialism, which activated these terrorism in our region, to hope to bring us back in these colonial times, to maintain us under their yoke, to exploit us until the end of time. Africa is waking up, and no one can still close the eyes of Africans on our realities. No one can still come to divide us, to impose on us what they want. That's why we have done everything to be here today to speak to you, but also to come and wish good luck to President John Mahama. We wish him good luck because the challenges are numerous. Many challenges await him, and I wish that you can accompany your brothers here. Pan-Africanism is a rather complex, but you, people, it is quite easy for you to lead this Pan-Africanism, well, because the people must love each other. The people must support each other. The problem very often of Pan-Africanism is among us, leaders, but we are going to put everything in place so that the leaders can go in the direction of their people, because the peoples are already integrated, they are Pan-African. If today Ghana decided to bring President John Mahama to the head of the country. It is a strong message, and I wish that you, Burkinabe, living in Ghana, you can accompany President John Mahama. The task will be difficult. There are certainly challenges to come on the security level, on the economic level. I wish that you can accompany the forces of defense and security in Ghana as much as you can, both on the intelligence level and on the economic level as you can. Support them as if you were supporting the Burkinabe armed forces. I'm telling you something, the challenges can be very numerous. In no case should you lose hope. You must accompany them and help them on all levels. One A nation does not survive as long as it does not have a strong army. This is why I reiterate to you to support the forces of defense and security in Ghana. It is they who can help the country to rise to the economic level and to flourish. Then, I urge you to love the people here, to live in perfect symbiosis, in perfect harmony, as you are already doing very well. As I said, the peoples are already integrated. The problem is at the level of the leaders. Continue in this sense. Support your brothers in Ghana. Support them as much as you can. 1650. And above all, show this integrity. A country of integrated people must be a model. Burkina Faso must not create a problem. Burkina Faso must be a solution. You have always known how to behave through all your leaders here. Wish this dynamic to continue and that you can accompany the new president in his enormous task to revive the country's economy and above all to defend this country. We will work together to strengthen cooperation between Burkina Faso and Ghana, and also between the AES and Ghana, because we have many challenges together and we have always been able to overcome them. The arrival of the new president must be a moment for us to warm up these relations and to bring them to the highest level. In the coming days, we will be able to see what can be done for the benefit of Burkinabe, of the interior, as well as of you who are here. The grievances immediately raised by the representative are current grievances. And I think that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has to be able to reorganize the diaspora so that we can solve these problems as easily as possible. This is why the councils have been established and the administrative documents.
I hope you have watched that video from our African leaders apologizing and welcoming the Black Americans and the Black people in the Caribbean. And I want to add my comment from Ibrahim Traore. He has come out and receive and accept the Black Americans and the Black people in his country, Burkina Faso, simply because Ibrahim Traore is that one of our African leaders who is always telling us the Black people to unite. And also, Ibrahim Traore is that one of our African youngest leaders that he has managed to do some of the things that our African leaders who have stayed in power for more than 30 years, for more than 45, 10 years, they have not achieved. Ibrahim Traore, he has become a role model to some of our African leaders right now. And also, seeing Ibrahim Traore going to an extent of welcoming and receiving the Black Americans, it is a good thing to us Black people, because majority of our Black people who they are in diaspora, they really want to come back here in Africa, but they don't know exactly which country it is open their doors for them to come, which country it is ready to accept Black people in the Caribbean, in the Western country. But right now, seeing Ibrahim Traore becoming the first leader, the first president of Burkina Faso here in Africa, welcoming and accepting the Black people in the Caribbean and the Black people in the United States, it tells me that these people, they are really feel good, because for a very long time these people, they want to come back here in Africa, but they don't exactly know which country it has made publicly to receive them. But seeing Ibrahim Traore receiving them and calling them to unite so that we can become one, it is a good thing. And for me, guys, I can tell you that Ibrahim Traore is that one of our African leaders that he knows exactly revolution it has started to us Black people. And Ibrahim Traore, he knows that when revolution it has started, it needs the Black people to come together to unite, because Ibrahim Traore, he has been fighting the rights of the black people, whether they are in the diaspora, whether they are here in Africa. He's been fighting the rights of the black people, and also he has been calling a unity amongst us black people, because we black people, we are the only race that we have not unite. Because when you go to the Chinese, these people that are speaking one language, these people that are supporting each other. When you see the Indians, these people they are supporting each other, these people that are speaking one language. When you see the white people, these people they usually support each other at all cost. But when it comes to the black people, we black people, we are known of supporting the Indian, the Chinese, the white people. We don't want to support our own races. We don't love our own races. And that's why I'm telling you that we black people, we need to come together so that we can start to revolutionize ourselves. Because Ibrahim Traore, he's receiving the black Americans and the black people in the Caribbean because he wants us people to unite. And also, you have seen some of our African leaders, they have apologized to the black Americans and to the black people in the Caribbean because of what our ancestors they did. I know as black people, our ancestors, our leaders during the colonization period, they helped the colonizers by capturing their fellow black people and selling them to the colonizers. And because of that, right now you can see we are having our black people in the United States, we are having our black people in the Caribbean. So it is all because also of the support that our ancestors they gave to the colonizers, because they were being paying some little things. They were being paid something. So because of being paid something, these people they helped them by capturing and selling their fellow black people to the colonizers. And right now our black leaders they have come out and see it was a wrong move to our ancestor, to our leaders back then during the colonizer, to sell out their fellow people. So right now they have come out and apologized. And for me, I can tell you that we black people, we need to start supporting each other. We need to come together. That's why these other races can respect us. The only races in this world which it is not being respected, it is us black people, and it is because of us people not uniting. It is because of us black people not supporting each other, and that's why these people they are not going to respect us. But if we will start supporting each other, if we will start to put ourselves first before putting the other races first, these people they are going to respect us. You have seen how these people they have been painting bad image about our African. Yeah, they have been showing the image of small children dying of hunger. They have been saying that there is a lot of corruption. There is a lot of struggle here in Africa. Yes, I agree. There's a lot of struggle, and people are dying hunger because of the Western people. They are the ones also who are taking our resources from here in Africa. They are the ones who are plundering our African country, and because of that, they are leaving us to be poor. And yet, we know all the resources that it is in their country. It is coming from here in Africa, because we African we are blessed. Yeah, we are really blessed. It is these people who they are coming here in Africa, turning our leaders to be puppets, so that because of that, turning our leaders to be puppets, they are taking our resources from here in Africa to go with our resources in their country. They are using our resources to create more jobs in their country. They are using our resources to fund the healthcare in their country, and leaving our country poor, and showing the bad image of our African country to our brothers and sisters who they are in their country. So this is tell you that we black people, we need to open our eyes. We need to come together. We need to tell these people enough, it is enough. Yeah, we need to tell them enough is enough. You need to leave our African country. And I want to call upon all the black people to be back here home. Africa, it is open to all black people. Yeah, right now, Africa, it is open to all black people wherever they are. They need to come back home so that our revolution can start, and we can start uniting so that these people can respect us black people. So kindly guys, I don't have too much to talk. Subscribe if you haven't, like this video, share and also comment. See you in my next one. Bye bye guys.